Well, hello friends. Happy Tuesday. Hope you are all doing well. I'm just going to make sure that I am live up on my screen so I can read your lovely comments. And I do see my circle. I want to pop on and make sure that my comments pop up. And as you pop in, say hello. And if you're our first time watcher, let me know where you are tuning in from. But happy Tuesday, my friends. Hope you are doing well. Today is Tuesday, March 18th, and welcome back to another episode of Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jennie. And for those of you that are new to my page, welcome. My name is Tammy Savello, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. And as you are popping on, say hello, and we will get started with the first day of spring coming up this Thursday. Can you believe that, you guys? Spring is like already here, and I'm really hoping that the nice warm weather kind of follows it. With spring just on Thursday, Jenny and I thought it would be fun to bring you a spring-themed projects today and for this week. I have not dived into the Delightful Wishes suite yet. And that suite can actually be found on pages 34 and 35 in your January to April mini catalog. So I will be diving further into this suite on Saturday on my live on my YouTube. But today we're just going to be playing with the amazing Floral Delight Designer Paper. And I have actually paired it with the Storybook Life stamp set. This is part of a suite as well. But I thought because of spring, it's this bright cheery sign that says hello spring, and I have paired it with the Nested Essentials rounded square. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and then of course we had to add the butterflies. So we have our brushed brass butterflies, and I wanted to tie in some blue. That's why I did the pool party and the balmy blue baker's twine, because there's a lot of yellow in this. But look how beautiful this yellow is and how springy it is. I absolutely love this paper. Growing up as a little girl, my favorite color was yellow, and this really just kind of screams what my bedroom used to look like in my wallpaper. So, or my bedspread and my wallpaper and all of that used to be all matchy. Hello, Joan, welcome in. So this is the paper that we are using today. And like I said, we have a nice sampling of 4 of the designs. So let me go ahead and show you those up close. You have so many different options with this paper to come up with the designs, but I thought that these 4 designs really paired nicely. So we'll be cutting this down on camera, but let me go over. Hi, Patty, welcome in. Let me go over the sizes and dimensions of the other pieces here. We have our pool party. That is our standard card base, cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have 2 basic white panel pieces, one for the inside and one for the outside focal point that we'll be adding our designer paper to. Then I have a 2.5 by 6 inch strip of that floral paper to match for our envelope, because we are going to decorate our cover today. And then I have a 1/2 inch strip by 5 1/4 to go on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that and get that out of the way. It's a very basic card today. It's perfect to use up those scraps and to showcase how beautiful that paper is and how well it pretty much any design goes together. So I'm going to go ahead and add my strip to the bottom of the inside of our card. Like I said, this is a 1/2 inch by 5 1/4. And all of the sizes and dimensions will be on my blog post at cardsbytlc.com. And it'll have mine and Jenny's blog post attached to that. That will link to her video. She's doing a nice flower spring card for us today. So I'm excited for us to see that. I actually have seen it. It's absolutely gorgeous. She did a great job on it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my 4 by 5¼ inch piece. And I am going to take all 4 of these strips, and because this is 5¼ I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 5¼ and then we will cut our inch strips. I'm sorry, 3 3/4. So this is 4 by 6. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4 and then I will cut my strips. Don't worry about that. Welcome in, partner. So I'm going to take this design and cut that down to 2-inch strip. So it's 2 by 3 3/4. And then our next one, I'm going to be cutting down to 1 1/4. Actually, it's easier to see for me to see off to the right-hand side since it's so 2-inch, 1 1/4. Our next design is our flower, and that is going to be at 7/8. It's just easier for me to, I love our charmer because you can either do it off to the left-hand side, or if it's less than 1½ inches, you can do it off to the right. So 7/8. And my last strip is going to be 5/8. Just past that 1/2 inch mark. Oops. Helps if I cut, not score. Okay. Usually I'm saying score but not cut, but this time I needed to cut and not score. Okay, let me go over the sizes again. 2 by 3 3/4. It gives it a nice little border there. Our next one is 1 1/4 by 3 3/4. And then we have our 7/8 by 3 3/4 and our 5/8 by 3 3/4. A light bulb just went off. You didn't realize the strips are different sizes. Surprise! Just wanted to give it up just a little bit. So kind of fun, right? It's a great way to use up like those odd strips. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my left side, and then I'm going to do my outer part first. Anytime I want to line things up evenly, I start out with the outer edges first. And I'm just leaving myself a nice little border there. So I'm going to start with my left. And then my right. Let's put the flower facing the right direction. Oh, let's glue the right pattern. I almost glued the wrong side. It wouldn't have mattered because it's the opposite side of the one next to it. So I'm just lining that up. And then I'm going to come in with my second strip. Just like that. And I'm doing liquid glue so it allows that wiggle room. And then come in with my 7/8 inch strip. And I have 4 different sizes that just kind of spread evenly across. Really nice. And I really wanted to bring in the blues of the background because there is a lot of yellow with this suite. But I love it. It's just bright and cheery. I'm going to go ahead and adhere that panel to the front. Like I said, it's a quick, easy, simple card that you can mass produce using up those scrap pieces. And I will dive further into the bundle and the paper this weekend on my Saturday live, because there's some great dies and stamps in there. Now I'm going to come in with my Nested Essential largest rounded square, and I'm going to come in with my Balmy Blue and my Hello Spring. Look how beautiful and bold and fun these sentiments are. So I just had to bring in that spring. I could have just done a birthday card, but I wanted to tie in the spring. So why not say hello, spring? There we go. And then I am going to bring in my Balmy Blue Baker's Twine and add that. I'm going to add some adhesive because I'm not the greatest on adding the twine on larger images. So I'm just going to come in here, lay that down like so, and it's going to be ugly on the back, but that's okay. And just kind of snake some, oh, come on. Lay that down. This is dropping down just a little bit too high for me. So I'm just going to bring that in. And I know that's ugly, but nobody is going to see that. And this is just an easy way for me to add some of the Baker's Twine when it's a larger image. Now I could wrap it around and maybe double it up on both sides, but that looks perfectly fine. And I'm just going to take one of my foam adhesive sheets and lay that up so it secures that twine down even more. And then just come in here, add my Hello Spring, and we will finish off with our brushed brass butterflies, and we will decorate our card, our envelope, I mean. Of course we're going to decorate our card. And this just makes me want to have nice warm weather. And I think my husband looked at the weather starting this weekend. It's going to be in the 70s, I believe. So I'm excited about that. And a tip that my dear friend Patty showed me on adding the designer paper to your envelope, line that up and butt that up, and then that way it gives it a nice even coat. So I'm just going to add some liquid glue onto my envelope flap. And this is a 2.5 inch by 6 inch strip. That's a perfect amount of paper for me. And you'll just have just a little bit of excess. Oh, come on, Tammy. Don't move it. You slid. There we go. There we go. Fold that up. And it gives it a nice, it reaches the top nicely. It did slide a little bit, so had a little bit less to trim off on this side. Just come in with my snips and trim that excess off. And then we will have a nice matchy envelope to wish someone, put a smile on their face, happy spring, and you have our nice matching envelope. So cute, so pretty. I love this So much fun. This paper I really, really love. I was kind of waiting for closer to spring to dive into this suite. So I'm excited to create with it later on this week for you on Saturday on my Saturday Live. But that will do it for me today, my friends. It's quick, easy, simple, nice spring card. Please be sure to come back at 4 p.m. Pacific time today at Stampin' with Jen on Jenny's page. That's 2 N's in Stampin' and 2 N's in Jen. She'll be coming to you live at 4 o'clock Pacific time today. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jennie, and I hope you join me on Saturday on my YouTube channel at cardsbytlc at 9 a.m. Pacific time to dive further into the suites. But thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time for more creative fun. Bye, everyone.